Okay, yes, we have rolls in roll 20. Gun, thank you. Was anyone else looking to roll? Kinda? Anyone else?
Alright, I'll do it. I want the Electrum. Aww.
Okay. Going once. Going twice. Javi! Beck, if you want to take us away, please.
I will tell you what I think about what happened. Okay, so we jump back in the middle of a fight with Vrox and a Gloomstalker. Not going to do too much about the fight. It was a big fight. Dermot got quite badly injured. He got knocked out, but he was saved. Tiki got quite hurt too, but I think it might have even been the end of last session. She got healed up as well. The remaining Vrox got taken out. Nick, and I'm talking about Nick, not Styx. Nick forgot about charming Io, so he was a little puzzled and took about 50 minutes to figure out the reason that she was being so solicitous of him was because she was in fact charmed. Everyone got paralyzed. Most of the TBA got paralyzed at one point. Rocks got taken out, and the combat was finished. In the fight, Styx did hear a strange voice. I think it was called Uncas, if I'm remembering correctly. Not Oinkus, like it says in the summary. Oinkus.
I was busy writing a lot of things down. I misheard.
Sure you were, Nick.
Oh god,
so,
I just want to be a pig demon now.
Uncas was talking to Styx, and Styx did not want to know about it. Apparently this voice was coming from the hook in the child's hand. So when the fight's all over, end up leaving this area and trying to find somewhere safe. Jarvi and a lot of the swordfish have quite misgivings about leaving the scenario. Styx gets very defensive about the reasons for leaving, says some kind of nasty stuff, but Jarvi said a few nasty things too.
Just a couple.
Just a few. Got an F-bomb out of Jarvi. That was fun.
First swear.
So,
was that first
what happened
swear for Jarvi?
It was not first swear, but first F-bomb. So the charm eventually wears off on Io, and she's pretty pissed off. But Styx had rolled I think a crit on charisma, persuasion, whatever the fuck you are. Nick, shut up! I'm doing this. He had rolled a crit on some bullshit roll, and Io only punched him once, which was the best outcome that he could have hoped for. Hopefully broke his nose. Now, so we get to the camp. Kind of asks Styx to come clean about what the whole deal with the hook is about. I nearly keep saying Nick. Styx talks about how he was he had a group of he had like a business with a group of other goblins, and they were in like the protection racket, I guess. And this hook turned up at one stage, and everything kind of went sort of pear-shaped when it did. There was a lot of maiming and murder. That's where he lost his fingers as well. And he was pretty scared of the hook, so he basically cut and run. And he's sort of made his way to Jigao, but the hook somehow keeps turning up wherever he's at, and he's kind of terrified about that. Jarvie thinks it's a load of shit and walks out. They have a bit of a discussion about group dynamics and about what could be coming up in the future in the tiny hut. And that's sort of where the end of the majority of the session lay. But right at the end there, Io did have a conversation with Sammy about borrowing Nordberg because she wasn't happy with how things had turned out, and she wanted to take him back to see if she could rescue the child. Sammy did agree to this, though she wasn't keen on Nordberg being in danger, but I think Nordberg kind of agreed to it too. And Jarvie does flag Io down before she goes and tries to dissuade her, but it's not going to happen. So they end up sending Sipor to follow and to keep an eye on her and to help protect her. And out of session, Jarvie went and threatened Styx.
Yeah, Casper, is that what you're asking there? Oh, how do you see that? That should all be on the GM layer. How can you see that?
It's all up.
Oh no, that's the turn tracker. That's the turn tracker. You see the turn tracker.
Yeah,
This is the stuff that we saw last week.
You didn't see the rolls, but you see the turn tracker.
Yeah.
Well,
things happened.
I'll say up front, with that being obvious right there. Io flubbed her stealth check with advantage, so she got into a fight. But yes. I also promised Kaiser that, well, yes, because I missed the point where Irvin did follow Kaiser out into the night. So this is rewinding time a bit just before Io heads off to get the Goblin Kid. So we'll do that first, briefly, just to kind of try to keep in some kind of vague chronological order here.
Okie-dokie.
Kaiser leaves the tiny hut, heads out into the dark. There's a kind of small campfire in the natural cave that you've found, made by the glassed rock formations that cover the barbed fields. And Irvin follows up. Hey, Kaiser, hold up.
What?
Well, we're in the barbed fields, right? The Wraith Runners are going to be here somewhere. Time we started hunting.
How do you hunt? Over 100, at the least, goblins. Unmounted wargs.
We find them first, need to find out where they're camped. Once we do that, then we'll make a plan.
So you're here for...
In fact, we need to talk to the others about it all.
Let them get sleep first.
Yeah, I agree.
We need them in top form.
Yeah. But first thing in the morning, yeah, we're gonna... I mean, we've just run from one fight. Now, we need to convince everyone to head towards an even bigger one.
fight's coming no matter their decision. Been coming since Jigao. After all, that's where Dolgreth first gave me a message. Sent a goblin, didn't know anything.
If they're what you say they are, then yeah, I imagine most of them ain't gonna know much.
Well, I did plant some seeds. A seed. With one goblin, but whether or not he returned alive and well. But he knows what Dolgreth is.
Did I not say that you'd found that goblin dead?
No. No, you didn't.
No?
No. No.
Okay.
So to Kaiser's knowledge, he's still alive and maybe planting seeds of rebellion.
Okay. I mean, that is a way back now at this point. That would have been just at the woods after Jigao.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. But yeah, Urban shrugs. Alright, well, your show. You just know that I got your back on this. We'll make the wastes a safer place.
Indeed. Especially around Bazazan.
Right.
Quick question. Which of your companions will be best suited for this?
How do you mean?
The ones that aren't going to falter in the face of... Well, at this stage, there's no way we're going to get past this without killing goblins that have no clue on what they serve.
Well,
or what's manipulating them.
Io and Dermot, they ain't gonna be on board with that. Maggie's actually pretty hardcore, so I think she'll get it. Because Sariad, well, depends what mood he's in.
Yes, I suppose it does depend. He was a little bit shocked at the vision. Kaiser's just tapping claws to face, just thinking. I know that we can at least rely on Samafrey to do what's necessary.
Maybe. I don't know.
Sender possibly too.
Yeah. Maybe.
Kynan also would know.
I kind of would get it, but he's weird about hurting people, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Kyna was there in the fields of Bazazan when I was fighting in my second life, so Kyna is at least familiar. But I suppose it remains to be seen how the others react. Either way, it's a moot point until the morning. And until we find their camp. Or they find us.
I think it needs to be the former at this point.
I can always hope. Although, you should know, no plans of ours first contact with the enemy.
Ain't that the truth? Alright. Nah, I'll, yeah. See you in the morning.
Sleep well.
Right.
Kaiser just chuckles.
Yeah, and yeah, I think at this point the swordfish can like gather a bit. Although at this point, Io is still not really saying much at all before they separate again to find wherever they want to sleep, whether it be in the tiny hut or outside of it. Fast forward to Io speaking to Samothrace, and then Javi, and then just darkness. Most of you are asleep at this point. Maybe a few of you are trying to keep watch regardless. Maybe Javi can't go to sleep. But I think Galsarid is doing his spell preparations, and he's the only one of the swordfish that's up right now. But isn't really paying much attention to what's going on. That's dogs. But yes. Yeah. Javi, do you stay awake for, let's say, about half an hour or so?
Javi was having a lot of difficulty going to sleep. But they will eventually, but not straight away.
No. It doesn't take too long. Javi, for you, it probably means that you're just finally drifting off when you hear the scraping of claws on rock, and something limping in the dark.
Okay, Javi would get out of their, I was going to say bread roll, I meant bedroll. Get out of the bedroll and unsheath their weapons and stand.
You get up and stand. I think Galsarid as well at this point, like turns around, squints into the darkness. Both have dark vision, so you make out the shape of a mounted person with a bundle moving towards you. And then Javi, Seaport flies out of the night and directly onto your arm. You see they are pretty beat up. A lot of the kind of missing a few feathers. There's kind of some blood amongst the red of their feathers as they kind of land down a bit heavily on your arm. Give you a brief sound as they rest against you. And then Io and Nordberg come into view. Nordberg, yeah.
I was just going to say, Javi starts running towards.
Nordberg is limping. One of their paws is just kind of dragging behind them as they kind of pull themselves forward. Io is only half conscious at this point with something bundled in her arms. And Galsariad is the first one to let out a call. What the fuck? Everyone, what?
Galsariad, the clerics! Get the clerics!
Right. Galsariad runs off to get Dermot, who kind of wakes up with a start. Javi, as you approach, Aya kind of looks down to you. She looks messed up. There's a massive bite that's covering half her body. Some kind of blunt teeth are just something that's kind of bitten into her. You see kind of like puncture wounds where she's been bit. One of her arms is hanging pretty limp, you see, even as she's like using the other arm to hold this small goblin. They're all breathing. The little goblin is breathing, but she has a hook in her hands. Io looks down to you and just says, I can't get the hook off. It won't come off.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. Please, hand them to me. Hand them down.
All right. She awkwardly kind of hands you this little goblin. She is tiny. She's just this little 2 foot tall goblin, pretty malnourished. Breathing very shallowly, and if you kind of like, she's alive, but you can barely feel her pulse.
Okay. We'll Dermot will help you. Can you walk? Can you get down?
Dermot rushes up. Is it this point? Oh shit. That was Casper.
You back.
Is it at this point? What is everyone else doing? I think Galsariad's yelling will kind of wake up Irvin, who kind of gets up as well. Asks the rest of the TBA to kind of like wake up. Something's going on.
Sento is going to see the child with a hook that can't be put down, and is just watching them intently with the sword drawn.
One thing, Jack, I think you're picking up the microphone from your camera, not your headset.
Oh, for
That was
fuck's
happening
sake.
to me. It's alright, that happened to me.
Remember all the times that everybody thought I was speaking underwater?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything happening.
You just need to go to Windows settings and disable the camera. Try again.
Is that working?
Yes.
Yeah, fine now.
Much better.
Okay. You had to select
Styx is hanging at the entrance to the hut and is kind of just half peeking out.
Okay. I'll say at this point as well, Nick. Do you want to jump into whispers to talk about this first, or do you just want to let it play out with what I've already messaged you?
Let it play out organically. I don't want to metagame at all.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Now I can see everyone. I've got it set up, so now I can see all of what Becca's doing now. Wonderful.
She's very expressive. Very expressive.
Right.
There's so many threats she issues. It's great.
I think Dermot might have like a bit of healing left. He goes to heal Io, but then she just pushes him away. No, the kid's fucking messed up.
Io, we have 2 clerics. Come on.
Kid first. I ain't letting all that bullshit be for nothing.
Fine. Dermot, you do the child.
Javi hands, or at least puts the child down in front of Dermot.
Dermot kind of takes her. Dermot isn't he's small and diminutive compared to everyone, but with this kind of goblin child and the fact that he wears heavy armor, he's actually relatively tough. So he's able to kind of easily take the goblin child out of your hands. Go, thanks, Javi, I got this. And he will take the kid and with the hook trailing along the ground behind them. Just to find somewhere comfortable as he kind of gets to healing her.
Bender is following them, just watching the child.
No, Sharkbait, I need you. I help Io. I'm not tall enough. I'm not strong enough. Please.
Kaisa's just going to reach across and just essentially princess carry Io.
Yep, Sender looks back and forth. Is like,
Where's Norbert?
How big is Kaisa again?
6'2"? Wait, let me.
Okay, so yeah, two tall ladies.
Wait, let me double check that.
Where's Nordberg?
He's there.
Yeah,
Io just got taken off his back.
Yeah.
Right, I go flying to Nordberg to check Nordberg.
She big.
Yeah, Nordberg. Kind of limps towards you. As soon as they see you, Samothrae, they start hamming up the limp even more, dragging themselves along and mewling forlornly.
I just kind of put my hands on my hips. Like, don't even try, mister. But I go over and check him and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, Nordberg took a couple of hits during this fight. They all did. Whilst they're putting on worse than it is, there's still, you kind of look over and there's still kind of massive bruise on one side of them. You can see just kind of like some torn fur on their side where they've been raked by some massive hand.
So you got yourself in a bit of a tussle, huh? I say, they're just patting him down. Just kind of use basic tools and just kind of strap him up, make sure he's okay.
Yeah. Nothing that a magical long rest won't fix. As they kind of just settle down and let out a big sigh, followed by a big yawn before just kind of getting close to the fire. And
what time is this happening?
This is probably like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Oh, so they're not gonna get a long rest in, are they?
You can if you have 1 hour in between breaks, if it's not more than 1 hour.
Yeah. Because Norberg is so freaking fast and you didn't travel too far, like you only travel like an hour or so after the ambush site, Norberg was able to kind of like go back and forth in about 45 minutes.
Okay. So I don't need to waste a higher level spell. Neat. And I'll get that back. Okay, Kaisa's going to cast Cure Wounds on Io.
I kind of looks up to you a bit woozily. Oh my god! And just goes. I heard that lizards folk eat people. Don't eat me, please.
Kaisa's just
30 healing on Io.
Kaisa's just going to look at her and just go, "Why would I eat you?
Io's got health.
You're not even full of protein."
I'll have you know that I work out every fucking day.
Yeah, she like runs and stuff.
Kaisa's just going to quirk one like eyebrow ridge. This is like, "Do you now?"
She looks back just over and goes, Dermot, is the kid alright? Yeah, we need to get some food and the hook won't come off. She won't let go. She's not even holding on to it, but she can't let go.
Kaisa's actually really concerned by that. Just hears that and it's like, just turns back like, wait, what? Just squinty-eyed. And can she cast Detect Evil and Good on that?
Yeah, post that spell for me, please, because it's weird. For the duration, you sense the location of any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of yourself. Okay. So you are getting, well, from Bully End, of course, you're getting big fiend energy. From the hook with the goblin, you're getting little fiend energy. I'm trying to think any other things. Oh yes, from Seaport, Celestial,
Knew that.
any element. Yeah. The kind of vague,
Alex and Kaina, probably.
Javi, awesome
vague kind of
energy.
vague
Cool guy
fiendish stuff
energy.
from Prolix and Kaina, from the Tiefling ancestries.
So Kaisa basically knows that there's something fiendish or demonish about that.
I'd say with your knowledge and expertise, especially with Bloody End, it is devil energy coming from the hook, not demon.
Noted. It's a possessed weapon. She couldn't let go of it if she tried.
So, like your little friend in your morning star?
Yes.
With the big mouth?
Just lesser. Smaller. Even. Weaker.
Well, it's a very small hook.
Made for a small devil, I guess. A small fiend.
Wait. What do you mean? You have one in yours as well?
See, would Kaiser actually know the types of fiends? Or what kind of levels they would be?
You've done a detect evil and good. Give me a religion check. DC, let's call it 15. Get 20, and I'll give you. Do you have advantage from anything?
I'm a cleric. I mean, it's one of my proficiencies.
Yeah.
It sounded like a question. Like, I'm a cleric.
That has
you know what? Dermot will throw a guidance your way. Roll a d4.
Roll a d4. I've got a devil in my weapon.
2. Okay, so 15. Yes. Obviously, Bloody End is a very high level, very powerful devil in the Bloody End. And you get the presence of a very low level devil in the hook.
I mean, couldn't Azilzi just pop in an opinion right now? As well.
What do you want to know?
What is it?
I don't know.
What, you can't tell what type of fiend is in that? I thought you were stronger than that.
Oh, we're playing this game again. You are getting bad habits from this stupid elf.
I mean, you talk a big talk.
I can see what you can see.
Yes.
I'm very curious about this. Certainly.
Would you like to talk to them? Would holding the bloody end to the hook actually...
We're going to touch tips. Is that what we're going to do?
Yep.
Well, you said it.
It's called docking.
You said it.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Shun is a crazy bump. Okay.
Oh, look, I get to see Jack's face just be totally exasperated with me now. It's amazing.
Isn't it great? He's exasperated.
Right, yes. Just bang me against it or something. I'll talk to it.
Since you asked so nicely, and she does so, she draws the bloody end and just gently taps or holds it, the bloody end towards the hook.
I had a feeling it would go in this direction. I was hoping not.
There is a few moments
At least it's Yelzy.
of silence before Azilzi goes, huh. Alright. Little creature is going to kill child, not by purpose. Because child cannot
Hold it.
hold it for long. Looks like there has been some kind of stupid mistake made by cultists, by...
It's always cultists.
No, wait. By goblins.
Goblin cultists.
Use a lot of fire. Remember?
Which goblin cultists? Can you tell which cult?
I don't know. Which ones are we here for?
Oh, I don't know.
Am I going to spell this out? Alright.
You
Looks
mean the
like-
Wraith Runners? The ones that we're going up against?
Yes. Looks like Dolgreth has been fucking around and finding out.
Of course. Why wouldn't he? Why am I not surprised? What's the finding out part? And can we make it hurt?
Little Devil says that whatever they were planning went very wrong. Barbed fields happened. Demons descend, everyone dies.
How many died?
Not sure. Couple dozen, maybe.
A dozen out of hundreds?
Not just goblins, there were others there too. But... Little Devil was just... too scared.
Little Devil needs a new host, don't they?
If you want this goblin to live, yes.
Wonderful. Kaiser's just going to bring her fingers in between, just as if to rub away a migraine. Great. Now I'm wondering which bleeding heart is going to take on the burden.
Meanwhile, Javid's going, Kaisa, you, hey, look, you talking to the man, like, I cannot hear anything. Can you, like, spill the beans or what?
Kaisa's just going to hold up one finger. She sees all this, she's just going to hold up a finger. Anything else you wish to add?
If you want, I can dominate the goblin.
Sorry?
To what end?
What's that? You okay?
It was an attempt at a laugh, and the hiccup came at the same time.
Was that a sentence that actually startled Zeus?
I just didn't expect that sentence. I should have, and I didn't.
Yes. What exactly would that even achieve? Handing off the
Little
book.
Devil says they have connection with goblin here. He sticks.
Oh. What type?
They don't know as far as I can tell. They're freaking the fuck out. I would really wish to stop talking with them.
Ah, very well. Since you asked so nicely, who am I to deny you? And Kaisa will just pull the bloody end away from the hook.
Who indeed?
And she'll just put the weapon back.
Okay.
And come
So
to looking at the rest of the party.
So how much did the rest of the party get? Was it just like a one-sided conversation we heard, or was that entirely mental?
We got
That was mental.
nothing.
You got nothing.
We got
It was all mental,
none
yeah.
of that.
I mean, it would have looked weird because Kaiser just Morningstar.
Like,
Poke.
hello, Kaisa.
What do you want, Javi?
You're like staring into space for like 5 minutes. Do you have information or not?
Oh, I do. I do. Which part do you want to be horrified by first?
Can we separate them?
We could. It's a bit of a host situation. But my devil has said that that devil, and she points at the hook, is a lesser one.
He would say that.
What do you mean lesser?
Have you ever put a mouse in front of an elephant?
No, speak clearly, please.
What's the lowest tier fiend that Kaiser would know of?
So with that 15, I mean, the absolute lowest is, oh god, which is it with devils? Is this? It's
Imp?
mains or imps are kind of
Something
just
like that.
above the low level, but they are low level, yes. Imps, your typical kind of servants, messengers, and such. There are the absolute scum of the hells as well. You didn't get that low.
They're forced into the front lines in Avernus.
Yeah.
Tieflings.
No. Tieflings just have some infernal blood in them, or some lower level blood in them. But yeah, I mean, there are quite literally dozens, maybe hundreds of varieties of devils. So just one of the much lower tier ones.
Kaiser's just gonna say it's like an imp. Tell me, Styx, do you know what an imp is?
I don't know much about devils, no.
Think of them as small and weak fiends. Now, what lives inside my weapon is much greater. Much, much, much greater than that.
He's going to get a big head if you keep saying that.
Couple more muches.
Sender is just looking at the morning star with suspicion now.
How do you not get controlled by it? How are you talking with it? What? As he's kind of like taking another step back.
For one, willpower does a lot. And two, apparently he likes me enough to, well, be entertained by what I do. Why?
It was being... You say there's a weak imp, a devil inside that? Something small, something you can contain, take control of.
Yes.
It doesn't seem right.
Apparently, the way that they got bound to this child, everything went wrong. In the little ceremony. Apparently other devils got involved and started slaughtering. But I'm not surprised by the fact that Dolgreth was a moron and decided to mess with devils.
This was Dolgreth's work.
Yes. Bit of a fuck around and find out kind of situation.
Kaisa, I really, really, really hate this guy.
Would you like to help put a couple of daggers in him then?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Because the opportunity is coming. We're getting
Okay,
closer
so-
after all.
So we're getting off topic. We've got a weak devil trapped inside this weapon here that is forcibly possessing this kid.
The child is also too weak to sustain the imp.
So the weapon gets power from draining its host.
Actually, does it?
You're not sure. You know that Gazilzi said that it wasn't going to last.
The point is, my devil says that this one is not going to last. And she kind of points to the child.
So they're going to die anyway.
They may survive if the hook is separated from them, but there's
Okay,
no
let's-
promises.
Okay, hypothetically, let's go with the obvious solution. What happens if we cut off the kid's hand?
No.
Okay, that's the
I
obvious
would
solution, but
think it would be Does the imp actually want to stay with the child, or do they want to move to a different host?
That's opening yourself up for a whole other battle.
That's a question for Yorick. I should clarify.
What would Azilzi would? No, I think I did say Azilzi did say mention sticks.
Sticks.
He just he takes a deep breath, takes a step forward. Yes, Kaiser.
Tell me. Would you touch the hook if it meant saving the child?
Styx is going to take a few steps forward, just slowly in between the groups, getting towards the kid. He just goes, give me one moment. And I'm using my last spell slot to do Detect Thoughts on the hook. I want to talk to Orcus. No, not Orcus. What's his name?
Orcus.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah, so detect thoughts.
Uncus.
Okay. Uncus, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, we get Orcus here.
And I'm also going to activate my telepathic speech with him as well.
Right. Yes. So, Dix. So with detect thoughts and telepathic speech, you reach out for them, and you kind of realize again that is even not necessary. They're just being quiet towards you right now. But as you kind of reached towards them, Uncus says to you, you left me.
And
I was waiting for you. I told you it was gonna... What?
I had a plan, and you were supposed to contact me when you were within range, and you stayed quiet. You could ruin this.
Move!
You said you could sense me. Oh, God. Tell me.
And then you went out of range! You left me!
And now you're back in range. I had a plan. Okay, just tell me. Do you know the big devil? The one that was here before?
Oh, please not talk about that one.
Do you know his real name, his true name? He's not in there at all. It's just you. You say it's an accident, right? That you're in there.
It's not an accident. I just got pulled into this some fucking ritual, and they grabbed me, and I don't know if I got picked or just by chance, but
I'd like to do an inside check to see if he's bullshitting me. I don't trust.
You can force a.
Yeah, I'll force
it. If you want them to make if you want, well, you can do an inside check, and you can try to do an actual detect thoughts, delving deeper into them.
I'm delving. Yeah, let's do both. I need to know.
Okay, so detect thoughts. So inside check 16. Okay. All right. And your DC was it 14 or 15 at this point?
I'm only at 15. I haven't got innate sorcery.
15, and yeah, let's give them a wisdom saving throw. Okay, they've got magic resistance, so they've got advantage on this, but they don't have too high a wisdom. Yeah, I'll put it on public. So.
Hell, you fucker! Yes.
Okay. And I've got Dermot there, so it's not Dermot. I've just got Dermot on my thing right now. It's me all along.
You son of a bitch!
Damn it!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If that's actually the case.
Okay. With the first of all, with the insight check, you're just getting desperation off them. You don't feel that they're trying to deceive you. You just feel that they're just almost as scared of this situation as you are. With the detect thoughts. Okay, so let's read it exactly again. So you try to probe deep into time. If you probe deep into time, make a wisdom saving throw, it fails. On a failed save, you concern the target's reasoning, emotions, and something that looms large in its mind. Okay. So its reasoning and emotions right now is almost entirely led by fear. It is terrified. It is terrified of having just spoken to the bloody end. Absolutely fucking terrified about that. And you get the sense that it would not betray any information about the bloody end because of just the sheer pecking order in play here.
Alright. Go on. Yep.
And yes, as you asked about how it was, you just get kind of flashes of memories of the hells, and then surprise from Uncas, and then suddenly the feeling of being trapped within the hook. And then Uncas's memories are of just flashes of images of goblinoids, particularly a kind of like slightly bulky goblin trying to coerce Uncas, followed by being taken to this ritual site for some means that Uncas does not understand.
Styx getting all of that at once is going to just focus in on him again and just go, right, if we do this, we are not betraying each other. We can get out of this both unharmed. But you need to work with me. Do we have a deal?
I mean, that's what I was saying all along.
Look, you can't, what's the word? You can't fault me for not trusting a devil. Especially after the one we both know about. I thought you were him. I thought you were back.
Who are you talking about?
You don't know him. Okay. That means you might be safe from him. The less I tell you, the less you're in danger.
I'm in danger. I mean, what, you saying I'm getting into an even worse situation here?
Just
Do what the weird drow said. Just cut me off and leave me here, bury me or something. I'll just sit here and just, I don't know.
prepare yourself. And Styx breaks the contact.
Welcome to the shit show, little imp. Welcome to the shit show.
Oh god.
Yeah, Styx stands up to the rest of the group and says, It's scared. It's afraid. It's not a threat. I'm out of energy. I can't do any more casting today. As he's going to pull out his crossbow and throw it to the ground, his short sword, and throw that as well. He says, if I suddenly become hostile towards you, do not wait. Just
I
strike.
won't.
As he just stares at Jarvi, he just goes,
So what I'm hearing is it's a devil version of you.
no. It's something small. It's scared. Yes, it's fucking me, alright.
I'm glad we cleared that up. Kais is just going to look down at Styx. You're well suited.
I thought it was something else that this child had gotten a hold of, and if it was, she wouldn't be alive. This is all on me. This is my fault.
Yeah, I know.
Javi,
What?
just...
You know that I once asked the goblin if they believed in an afterlife. Styx, I'm not going to ask you that. I don't think you're going anywhere good.
Thank you for the music change there, random chance.
Thank you, Orange Jesus.
Yeah.
I should tell you all to be worried about me, but I'm more worried about her. As Styx goes and reluctantly and then instantly grabs the hook off the child
Don't
with
worry.
his left hand with the missing two fingers.
Don't worry, Styx. If you start to turn, I have a bigger and badder devil.
And I might actually be able to help. Never mind.
Caster and I are strong enough to hold you down until we can do something about it.
Yeah, Styx just grabs it. Can I grab it out of the hand of the kid?
I think Yurok's having some problems.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Very
god!
Roll for initiative.
No,
It's weekend at Bernie's. He's already died and he's just sitting there.
it's
I
barbecue.
love that. I could only tell because Elmo stopped moving.
Yeah, that's what gave it away.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
I think Sender trying to be cool, the cringe killed him.
Oh god.
Waiting for him to disconnect.
want to
Everyone,
say that as
send the Matt Mercer memes.
Yep, PC just chose a wonderful time to freeze.
Hooray!
Yep, Matt Mercer memes.
Yep.
We're going to time this. Never
I think
mind.
I'm back. I think I'm back.
Ah.
Yeah, that was weird. So just everything just froze as soon as you touch the hook.
Well, that's ominous.
Yeah.
That's ominous, yeah. Okay, but yeah, everything's
as
just...
he's going to grab the hook, kind of will probably prepare to cast hold person in case something goes wrong.
Senna just gets into a combat stance.
Kais is
That'd be
just
very
going to
to
bully
stab him.
Styx and his new imp friend with the bloody end. Menacingly.
Alright,
Holding it.
well, let's go back to what I was literally about to try to say there. Styx, you reach for this hook, Uncas, and as soon as you touch it, you find it easy to slip out of this little goblin child's hands.
And I've got full control of my abilities and motions.
Yeah, you kind of like that. You kind of sit there for a moment, kind of waiting for something ominous to happen. You now feel the kind of permanent connection with Uncas kind of like set into place. And Uncas kind of like clues in on your feelings a bit and goes, what do you think's going to happen?
We're gonna go find Elixion together.
Who's Elixion?
Thunder's just looking at Styx holding the hook and is just going to say, okay, just to test this, recite our names.
Okay, so we got Kaisa, we got Kaina. I'm Styx.
He says correctly, something is wrong.
It's still me. I've got full control. It's easy. It's not doing anything.
Are you sure?
I feel like we should have come up with a code word or something.
Well,
Too late.
well, the hook can hear us.
Now.
Ugh.
Good.
I haven't finished. Samarfrey, Javi, and Nesbit. What was it again?
Linda?
Sender, yeah, but his real name, his funny name.
Nilton, you dumbass.
Nilton, that's it. See?
And then it's going to side-eye Javi and just go, okay, Hook, Orcus, whatever the hell you're called, let me just get this out of the way first. You try to betray us, I am tying a bunch of rocks to you and tossing you off a boat.
Can Styx be attached to it?
Depends on the nature of the betrayal.
They want to kill you. What do you do?
Not a gold piece in it for you.
Can
Yeah,
you
well,
stop?
I don't think that's going to solve the problem, though. If we kill possessed Styx, the hook remains.
Well, that's why we're putting it at the bottom of the ocean.
Enough!
Yeah,
Quasi-
Styx breaks off and checks on the kid if it's waking up or moving.
Enough quasi-murder plans. We need to sleep.
It's not murder plans, it's torture plans. There's a difference.
Torture?
No, mine was a murder plan.
How did you not pick up on that?
Can we have a sleep plan?
That is what I'm trying
You
to
do
get
what
to.
you want.
We're in enemy territory. Sleep.
Yeah.
You may not
Are
guess
you
it later.
okay?
Yeah, Io's been sitting up now. The healing has kind of helped her enormously.
I've got
Most of her
30
wounds.
points of healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that
She-
premium healthcare.
Almost says something a couple of times, but kind of keeps her mouth shut. But then when you address her, she goes, "Yeah, I'm all right. I just sorry for running off like that, everyone. Sorry for not telling most of you.
You did the right thing.
Samarfrey, I owe you."
No, you don't know me.
No, she was talking to Sammy, you dick.
Well, how about we just say you owe Norberg? He's the one that did something.
Right? Yeah, I did the right thing.
You did do the right thing. At least someone did.
Styx got the hook off. How'd you do that?
I just took it off. It's
So you could have done that,
I couldn't do
earlier
that.
today.
look. Worry about this later. Io, You look beat up. Can you take the kid in with you? I'll stay out here. She can have my spot.
Right. Look, I get that you were scared and whatnot, and you're right, it was a fucking ambush. Went in there and just kind of tried to creep up, and the big fucking ape just came out of nowhere, knocked me off Nordberg, and then it was a fight. If not for Nordberg and Seaport, I wouldn't have come back.
Javi looks at Styx.
Look. Thanks for fixing it.
Well, I should thank you. You fixed it more.
This is the type of trick that enemies in the barbed fields will pull. You cannot fall for this every time. If it looks like a trap, sounds like
And
a trap,
sounds like a trap.
and smells like a trap, it is.
How can you just live with letting someone die, though?
Kaisa, we always knew it was a trap. It was whether we could get the kid out or not was the question.
As harsh as it's going to
always
sound,
knew.
as harsh as it's going to sound, you cannot save everyone.
I don't believe that.
Well, believe it or not, it...
No one's insulting you about that, but that view can be naive. I agree with Takasa. You can't always save everyone.
Look, she's really tired, okay? She's had the crap kicked out of her. Okay? Io, do you please
Javi,
will you go to bed?
Right, yeah.
We can talk. I promise we can talk about this tomorrow. You don't need to talk about this now.
Alright. Yeah. And she will, do as Stick said, and help Dermot with the goblin kid. The child, they are breathing a lot easier now, especially after getting healed by Dermot. But they're still missing a lot of blood, and they're still obviously just been completely mistreated and malnourished. So, and they're still out cold at this point. It's going to take a while for them to recover enough strength to even wake up.
Kais is also just going to pop a finger just on the goblin child's forehead.
Mm-hmm.
And just do that. Okay, that's max
I
healing.
love humans.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, that was 2 and a 6, so no.
Oh,
That was old max healing.
yes, it was. My bad.
But yeah, Dermot already got her to full. She's
sure.
a non-combatant goblin child, so she's literally got like 2 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
uh,
I don't know why, but Brain was like, "Der has more."
yeah. Actually, does I have Goodberry yet? Yeah, she does. Okay, Aya's going to do that. She's going to cast Goodberry and just kind of mash it up and start feeding it to the kid. And then, just kind of settle down. And probably within about half an hour, Io, Dermot, and the goblin child are all kind of like sleeping in a ball.
should probably sleep as well. Just looks to everyone. Sleep.
Maggie nods, grabs Irvin and Galsariad, who kind of like standing in the background through all of this, and pulls them away. And yes. If you haven't already hit the long rest button, feel free to do so now. If you want to have any other moments before the morning, let me know now. Otherwise, we can move on.
I just sent you a private question, DM. I mean,
Oh.
your... Okay.
Either's fine.
Correct. Is
Would you... yeah, I'll just say to you, yes, you would have a basic understanding about that.
Okay.
And what is going on now does not line up with that. Not exactly.
Hmm.
Javi walks
Okay.
over to Styx.
What do you want, Javi?
She got pretty hurt, you know.
Yeah, and she's back alive.
Don't know if you remember what I said, but you know what? Hurt was also unacceptable.
She's fucking scary. Tell her to go away.
She wouldn't listen even if I asked.
You know, I'm finished with you for tonight. But do not be under any misconception. We are not okay. And Javi turns and walks away.
Styx is just gonna whisper to Uncas. I wonder how many other people have given up on her in her life.
They, motherfucker.
Yeah, and he whispered
Even
it.
if you're talking to, I don't care. I don't care. Sticks, fucking use them.
We need a fucking key jar somewhere.
He almost did that deliberately.
Oh, you're misgendering on purpose. Oh, what a prince.
In Pride Month?
Styx is not a good person.
In Pride Month, even?
No! God, you're telling me shit that I already know.
Okay.
Dig up, stupid.
Go on, Jack.
Yeah, Spender's just gonna walk over to Kaisa and just briefly ask her, Javi said that you've got something sentient in there, and that it's very powerful.
Yes.
What is it?
Do you really want to know? After all, ignorance is bliss.
Well, we've got we've got another sentient weapon, and we've got your sentient weapon.
You're comparing a chihuahua to a pit bull.
Where did you find that thing?
I think maybe Mastiff or Hellhound. But it's okay.
Kaiser's just going to mentally go, pit footballs have a stronger bite force. I would have thought you'd appreciate that more.
Fine. Aren't just tomatoes.
You keep on blanking out for a minute. It's talking to you, isn't it?
Obviously. Wouldn't you talk to your friend if you could? Just stares Sender dead in the eyes. Not saying anything, but actually implying.
I've just got a feeling about what that thing actually is.
Oh?
I can't confirm.
What do you think it is? Sorry, what do you think he is?
If it's one of the arms of the betrayers, I can't confirm this. But if it is, then you are dealing with something very, very dangerous.
Oh, believe me. I know, but I want to know how you know what a betrayer weapon is. Not much news you'd get locked behind a glass.
What? Fine. Go and let yourself get corrupted by that thing for all I care.
He's doing nothing, and besides, he's finding more amusement in watching me fight people, unlike his previous host. Oh, sorry, not host. Previous wielder. Actually, no. Host does work for the previous.
Toady, Buttweasel.
Sorry, what?
I don't know.
No, I actually didn't hear what you said, Yorick.
Yeah, he's just making light of Kaiser there. He says, peon, lackey, Buttweasel.
And Kaiser's just mentally just going to go, do you want me to dump you in a lake?
You already said I was innocent.
You realize I could have you destroyed, right?
There are ways.
Oh, I know. I'm very familiar with how to get rid of you. If I choose to.
And then we could meet face to face.
Oh. That would be interesting, at least.
Yes, I wonder how that would go.
Well, considering my current demon problem, you may or may not kill me. I'll come back. It could be a battle for the ages.
Fun time for all. Wear party hats for it.
Indeed. I don't know where we're going to find a supersized one for you.
Well, one for each horn, you know.
You're going to look absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to mock you thoroughly.
This point of party hat.
No fun. Anyway. Tunes back into conversation with Sender.
Very talkative, isn't it?
Yes. Have you ever met a talkative pit fiend?
Not personally.
Do you want to?
Not right now. And Sender's just going to start walking away.
Kaiser's just going to chuckle to herself. Thinking that Sender doesn't know what he's asking for, if he ever does want to talk to Azilzi. But time for sleep.
Time for sleeps.
Yep, time for sleep.
Okay. The rest of the night passes uneventfully. It is worth saying, Nick, I have added to your inventory what exactly Uncas does. So, act as a few things. It acts as one, as a blood well vial and a +1 melee weapon of your choice. So you find that you can actually, on a long rest, change Uncas's form. So if you want to make them a dagger or something else entirely, you can do that.
Lovely.
But regardless, and do you want me to tell you this? Do you want me to speak this effect out loud, or just kind of keep this secret for everyone else?
Let's keep it secret. Let's be a bit more of a manipulator to the bar group.
Okay. But you do see that last bunch of text about what it does, yeah?
Is this in features or inventory?
This is in your journal under extra magic items.
Gotcha. I'll go grab that. Thank you.
Nick,
Okay.
again, dig up stupid.
I'm playing sticks a specific way, and it's all wrong.
We've noticed, buddy, we've noticed.
No wonder you don't have any friends, Sticks. They all died to get away from you.
That was really harsh.
Oh, he wasn't around. He wasn't around for that.
Prolix goes, why are you talking to yourself about sticks?
Oh, look, it's just a thing. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. I'll tell you about it in Marquesian later.
All right, just don't kill anyone.
Aww. You're no fun, Prolix.
It has been said.
By me, usually.
I know. Prolix a little grumpy from getting woken up a few times during the night.
You getting grumpy about being woken up a few times tonight. Oh, yes. Play me your little violin, Prolix. And Javi just pulls the blanket over their head.
I didn't bring the little violin.
Play it very badly.
Play a musical instrument. We could do a duet.
I think
You are
Prolix maybe
so far away,
tried to-
kinda, but also that. Finger up. You are in the tiny hut. We are outside the tiny hut. Shh. It's quiet time.
This was not happening.
We're just putting up a fucking no nerds allowed sign on the outside the tiny hut.
Oh, then everybody better get out then.
Well, kinda should.
And then the tiny hut disappears, so poof.
And look at tiny hut.
By necessity, the tiny hut needs nerds.
Anyway, next morning.
Next morning.
Before we
And what do we switch to now? Yeah, I think. Well, I'll pause this, and the morning happens.
Beautiful aesthetic music.
It was pretty good. Let's just keep it going. The camp is pretty quiet and subdued in the morning. Dermot is still looking after the goblin kid, who is now moving a bit, but still not awake. Maggie and Galsardi kind of nearby, kind of circling the swordfish wagons to a degree, whilst Io is pacing back and forth a little bit. And Irvin is making a eyes at Kaiser.
So he's making what at Kaiser? Your mic.
Eyes. He's looking at you. Is my mic doing that weird thing again? Irvin is making eyes. He's making eye contact and just going, hello?
We should probably start to make plans. Kaiser says loudly enough for everyone in the camp to hear.
What kind of plans are you talking about?
We're in the barbed fields.
Usually?
What enemy of mine, kinda, lives in the barbed fields?
Dolgreth!
Yes, that one. The one that's constantly been sending scouts and hunting parties after us. We should probably plan. Does anyone have any experience fighting large amounts of enemies?
Large what? You cut out there.
Large amounts of enemies.
No.
Well, not from this life,
Some,
but yes, I
but
do.
not extensive.
You know about some.
Kaiser's going to look to the swordfish as well.
Irvin goes, I'm being plenty of big fights my time. Kalsari looks a bit uncomfortable, but you are aware that he is the wielder of a pretty nasty gravity fireball. Maggie speaks up. What are we talking about here?
A roving band of goblins, hobgoblins, and a demon.
Wraith runners.
That.
The smoky guys, maybe?
Yes. The demon is specifically focused on me. A bit of a callback to a former life. He promised to kill me, I promised to kill him. You know, a bit of a mutual enemy kind of deal. But the point
I'm
is,
actually
he'll
wondering,
be coming.
if you kill him, will he be reborn as well?
He's a demon, so I would assume he'd reform somewhere in the abyss. Maybe. But it would take consideration.
You know, this is actually kind of a funny story. Two people who can't really die trying to keep each other killing over and over and over again.
I'm aware. Actually, I'm not 100% sure on that lore on demons.
I think you're right.
I have a feeling
Yes. So, yeah, anyone who wants to can give me a quick religion check on what would happen.
I have a -1. I'm going to roll.
So
it.
they're
The
technically
guy is still cranky from a bad night's sleep, getting woken up.
I helped.
You're the fucking paladin.
Not good
You
with
have
religion.
-1 in religion as the paladin.
Okay, she
What?
focuses in the smack version of religion,
Yes, smack.
not the knowledge part. That's clerics.
Not the prey part.
I mean, I pray with my weapons.
Alright, so a lot of rolls there, but only Kaiser, which kind of makes sense. With a 19. So generally, yes. If you kill a Barghest of this type, without using certain precautions or abilities to stop it, when you kill them, they will head back to Gehenna. In fact, Kaisu would also know that if you just want to do that and make the fight short, you could engulf Dolgreth in flames, and then they need to make a saving throw or be instantly banished. But that would just banish them, and then they would come back.
Banish them to where?
Gehenna, well, their original plane.
Which is not an easy place to escape from. Ish.
No. But like you said, they'll find a way back eventually.
Does it have to be holy flames? Or just fire in general?
I will. I'll give you the what it says here. When the Barghest starts its turn, engulfed in flames that are at least 10 feet high or wide, it must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be instantly banished again.
How much
When he looks like Elmo, he gets banished.
So how much effort would it take to create an absolutely holy Molotov cocktail?
Something that creates 10-foot high continual flames for at least 6 seconds. Quite a few.
Dang. Tell me, does anyone know any fire spells?
I know fairy fire,
Really?
I think.
No, it would need to be large.
No, I don't, sorry, but I have some... No, I don't.
I got burning hands. I can make a 15-foot cone of fire.
I think you need to treat that with medication.
Anyway, I've got one fire spell I can try.
Because we can go into this fight with Dolgreth the easy way or the hard way.
Oh, easy all the way.
Okay, we need to set him on fire.
If you want to banish them. If you're looking to
Banish.
I feel
kill
like that
them,
makes anything the easy way by setting it on fire.
if you want to kill them permanently, it'll be a magic circle that you need.
Oh, magic circle's not a spell that comes to this low level of a body.
Yeah, it does. You should have access to it. Magic alert circle is a 3rd level spell.
Oh, do I even have that prepared?
You'd need to prepare it, and you'd need the components for it as well. And it's like 100. I think, off the top of my head, it's 100 gold worth of powdered silver.
We even have 100 gold in this party.
Probably not. Frick. I don't have it prepared.
Well, we can banish Dolgreth and then leave that to future us problems.
What do you need? What components?
Well, for one, I'd need to sleep again to reset, organize, but, salt and powdered silver. The particular amount. It's a rather expensive, way to kill him. But it would
Only
also
thing is,
take
before we
time for me
make
to
all our
set it up.
plans, before we make all our plans and stuff like that, what will we do with? And kind of looks at the small goblin that is probably still sleeping. Our little friend over there. We can't just bring them into a devil or demon-infested plane or camp.
We could leave them with Prolix. At least Prolix has a way to defend himself.
Yeah, if we're busy fighting something, Prolix can take the kid, hide somewhere.
Well, we're halfway between the Emerald Loop and Bazzoxan. Can we continue to Bazzoxan and get components there? Is there a city?
That would depend on.
Bazzoxan is the city.
That would depend on whether or not we even make it to Bazzoxan.
Dermot speaks up. If these Wraith Runners, you said, are dealing with devils and demons and such, maybe they've got the stuff they need. You need there.
How likely is it that we can find allies amongst the people and the goblins who are being subjugated by Dolgreth? Do they serve him loyally, or do they want to get out?
That depends on whether they know what he is.
And whether
So
they'll
you
believe us.
tell them what he is. I don't know what everyone has. They're like allergic to the truth or something.
Just depends on how many believe.
Yeah, it ain't that simple, is it? We go in there and
How do you prove it, Irvan? So how do you prove that a Barghest is a Barghest? Tell me, because I don't know. Tell me.
up against the wall, make him transform. I don't know.
Yes, showing his true face would be one
Okay.
of the ways.
That's an idea.
The question is how to go about it.
And bait him into doing something stupid.
Maybe I can do that.
How likely is it that he wants to kill you with his bare hands?
Have you not been paying attention, Sender? Have you not been paying attention since Chigao?
Okay, so we bait him into a personal fight with you. But then
That's
how do
amazing.
we... That gets us where we want him, but how we want him is transforming into something. Out of desperation, likely.
Maybe Goblin Boy has some magic he can use. Maybe he can use the hook.
No fire. Nothing special about it too much.
And you were made for each other then.
Look, we gotta deal with a shapeshifter, but he may not come after us before we hit Bazzoxan. I mean, I appreciate us making plans for encountering him, getting ready for a big fight, how to permanently kill him, but we could get to a city with defenses, materials, time to prepare, may not even encounter him.
Kaisa's actually going to try to make eye contact with Irvin at that.
This... I get that we've just moved away from a fight, trying to play it safe and such, but we'd be doing a favor to the Wastes if we deal with Dolgreth. We'd be...
We
we'd
want to
be
deal
doing the right thing, we'd be doing something fucking heroic.
We're trying to deal with Dolgreth either way. The problem is, do we do so now? Or do we try to prepare first, but in the meantime he also prepares?
It depends.
I ain't
Actually,
never
I think
heard
it's
of...
wisest to just go to Bazzoxan first. Get some plates, some rations, some things to help us out, and return and try and kill him.
Yeah, see if we can find something in Bazzoxan that would help force a shapeshifter to shapeshift. Because that would help turn the entire Goblin clan against him, which would make our job so much easier.
I agree. And in all likelihood, in Bazzoxan, they'll have at least somebody who knows how to find one, know how to turn one. it's a larger population, the percentage of chance goes way up.
Yeah. Because otherwise, if we go after Dolgreth now, we have nothing except some fire and some half-baked plans.
I might know some people who are able to help us out, though they might not remember me from my current face, that is. If they're still alive, after all these years.
Should we at least try and scout out, trying to find where they are?
Bit of a
Why are you determined
scouting
to go
mission, you
after
mean?
now?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I thought we were doing this.
You made
I
plans
don't
with
mind
Kaisa
going.
already?
Is that?
You made plans with Kaisa already?
Spoke about it, yeah.
But the ultimate plan is to go after him. But at the same time, if we have the means to permanently get rid of him, that would be more to our advantage.
You just said you do not have everything you need to permanently get rid of him, though.
No, I don't. Unless someone has at least 100... How much is it?
100 gold,
100
yeah.
gold.
that's
Yeah.
like
100 gold worth of silver shavings or whatever. So
And then you need to knock them out and then basically kind of keep them in, and then they still need to make a saving throw. And if they fail it, then you can kill them.
Irvin, I do think that you have a bit of a point here. We can try and do a bit of a scouting mission while on our way to Buzzazan. Get some intel, some knowledge. Move on at the Buzzazan, and with more information, prepare for a better fight.
And plus, we've got a kid with us. Do we want to go into open conflict with someone who has an entire goblin clan with them while we're trying to deal with a kid?
Sander, I don't think the bad guys are going to give us an option. They're not that nice.
So, do we still make plans for attacking them and getting rid of this Dolgreth, but still have our priority heading to Bazazan?
There's no harm in having a backup plan. Bazazan sounds like plan A, and having a plan in case we need to attack him sounds like a solid plan B.
Yeah. If we run into his camp on the way, or he himself ambushes us on the road, then, well, we set him on fire.
At the very
Better to
least.
have the plan and not need it, you know?
At the very least, we could, yes, if it comes down to it, we can banish him and then set up something permanent later down the line. But yes, scout if we can, aim for Bazazan. We should probably...
Maybe we can try not to walk all together towards Buzzazan. Have a small group of the party, goblins and the like.
We do not want to split
A
up.
little bit behind.
We do not want to split up in the bark field.
No.
Just a little bit behind, like not all the same spots, just like 100 meters in the back.
Ah, yes, perfect separating distance.
Well, you're talking about bait?
Or like partially,
Decoy.
maybe, yes. Decoy. But also, if a party that looks like goblins, they could be seen as allies, and maybe we take it in. Easier for a scouting party.
Any goblin that's entering the terrain of their territory would probably just be killed.
Free goblin.
I don't think
It's hard to say. I mean,
I would hazard that because Dolgreth is deliberately looking for me that he'd be looking very, very, very closely at anyone that travels through the barbed fields.
Makes sense.
After all, he knows that magic exists. After all, he uses his abilities to shapeshift. If he can do it, why can't others?
Good point there.
I'm not. An infiltration don't sound too bad to gather more information, but it's gonna be really fucking dangerous. And yeah, looks to Styx. Styx is our best bet there, and
Look, I can try to stay ahead of the group, be by myself, act as the decoy lure, get some information if someone comes towards me, but I feel a little isolated and left out if I'm by myself and a whole group comes after me.
You have tentacles. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I can mock myself up a little bit, put on some makeup, and at least from a distance make it seem more like I'm a goblin.
I would hazard a
Hobgoblin,
guess.
probably.
I would hazard a guess as to the fact that Styx has a fiendish weapon that he would be looked at very, very closely. After all, Dolgreth would recognize the hook. He was the one that started it. Styx is a stupid choice. Just like putting on makeup.
I don't know if
just
the goblin turns up with the hook and goes, "Hey, I found this. Tell me to come back to you." That's an in.
Then Dolgreth would be like, okay, give it here.
Right. But yeah, it's asking a lot.
Look, I can do this if that's what the group wants.
I don't think it's a good idea. Sure, it gets you into probably even face to face with Dolgreth, but what then? What does that achieve?
There's no getting out of that then.
And we don't know that you can use that hook, or that the hook can use you when push comes to shove.
Way too much risk for basically no reward that we can see.
Could I do that?
I mean,
Yeah.
Styx, you feel Uncas try to exert some will on you and utterly fail. No, that don't work.
I mean, in the worst case scenarios, Styx gets eaten, soul and all, and ceases to exist.
What about a more hidden scouting party? Still people who could pass if they are find out. Even with some.
Who's going to be that scouting party?
Hey. Also, yeah.
I
you
can go
just-
invisible, you know.
I can go invisible.
Hey.
For how
I
long?
can
I
make
can't-
myself look like a goblin.
Well, I think you're a bit tall for that, but probably make you a pretty good hobgoblin.
I've got a hobgoblin. Should be good.
Unless you're talking about disguise self.
That I have to, but that only lasts for an hour, so I prefer to put on something more permanent. Not the best of disguise self, but as long as it looks a bit like how I would disguise myself as, I can just switch up and make it even better if it's needed.
Right. Io speaks up. Alright, so what's the plan then? I'm all for doing something right, obviously. But are we just scouting first, but then probably going to Bazazan, or I don't know. What's the plan?
I think we keep heading to Bazazan, but we keep an eye out and scout occasionally for wherever Dolgreth's base would be on the way. We can't. It's just too risky for us to go after Dolgreth right now. But if a good opportunity comes, then might as well take it.
Well, that Moorbounder is fast, right, Samafrey?
He's damn fast.
Then you take him in front of the group, scout ahead of us. We make our way to Bazazan. You report back if you see anything. And then, after we're prepared, we head into the Barb Fields.
Sounds like a plan.
Anyone got anything better? Then I say that's what we do.
Irvin goes, I'm still for sneaky guys. Go and see if we can find the camp first.
Then
Get a location, get some numbers, that kind of stuff.
we can send multiple scouts out, keep within eye distance of each other, and the main group still travels to Bazazan. Sneaky, fast, whatever can stop you from being seen. That works too. Who would want to go and do that? I heard Senda, I heard Samafrey on the Moorbounder, and Jarvi with her necklace.
There.
Their necklace. Also, Samafrey is fast but not quiet.
And I am quiet but not fast.
I could put you on the Moorbounder.
So Senda on the Moorbounder, Jarvi and their necklace, scouting ahead with invisibility. Irvin, you said you are pretty good at sneaking around. I trust you.
Yeah.
Then that's 3 scouts. The rest staying on Tiki in case of an attack from the rear or from the mountains to the north while we still head to Bazazan. We keep a brisk pace and keep moving. Is that it?
Sounds like the most thought out.
Let me just-
so far.
Talk to Norberg, make sure he's okay with it, but sure.
In the meantime, let me change it a little bit.
Okay, so you're going to do a disguise kit?
Yes. I would like to just head back in to the cave just to get dressed a little bit better. In case that it is needed, just put on some more raggedly goblin-looking clothes. Put some, I don't know how it's called in English actually. Smishes on his face to make
face paint.
Yeah, face paint-ish to make his face look more greenish instead of blue. Put some more hair on his, like a wig on top with some messy hair. Put on some roughly hobgoblin-looking beard, almost going towards bugbear kind of looks.
Dermot looks up. Is that what you think we look like?
It is a little racist.
More the hobgoblins. Or the hobgoblins.
Oh dear.
And bugbears. He's going more towards the
green
bugbear.
face. He's going green face right now.
Okay.
But on top of that, he will probably just put on a cloak that looks more like Kaida himself. So as long as he's with the party from a distance, hopefully it isn't seen that he dressed up.
Okay. And then what, like play maybe a prisoner of the party, or?
Now, like from a distance, like the far away distance at the moment with a cloak and a hood, he wants to look more like he's still Kaina. But if it's needed that he's already changed up and it's not like, oh, I wish I've done it earlier.
I get it. Okay, so just if the circumstances changes, then you at least you can present as a goblin or goblinoid. Okay. So yeah, if I got that right, we've got Irvin, Javi, and Sender on Nordberg as the advanced scouts.
Were we on Nordberg or was Sammy Frey on Nordberg?
No, I'm too loud.
Sender's gonna go.
We'll still do the regular navigation, scout, and scavenging, if people want to do that. You've got 1 day's excess of rations currently, so if you want to avoid the scavenging, you can do. And then you've got the option to, if you want to try to go half speed so your party can roll stealth, you can do that. But that is up to you if you want to try and sneak through this area.
I think I'd prefer stealth at
For
this point.
freaking turtle?
With a freaking turtle.
I mean, could try.
Just put a cardboard box on top of it, or maybe a tree.
I mean, the group that's not scouting, who has the best stealth?
Probably Styx.
With what?
+4.
I have +5.
Okay.
Sender, I'm putting you over there. Do you have heavy armor though, don't you?
Sorry? What?
Sorry, Sender, I'm just putting you just separately from the group right now, because even though you're scouting, the scouts for the main party are going to do their own rolls.
Okay.
What armor is Kaisa wearing?
Let me have a look. A chain shirt.
Chain shirt. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think that does disadvantage on stealth.
No,
does
it doesn't, because I think I have medium armor proficiency. I think. No.
So it's light enough that the okay.
Oh no, I do have proficiency with medium. So.
Yeah. You would do. You're a cleric. All right, Dermot's going to be on other. Oh, jeez. I've just done that now. I've just squished them. Looking after Puddles.
Before the advanced scouting party leaves, can Javi quickly run over to Maggie?
Of course.
Hey, Maggie, Auntie, I'm wondering if you could do me a favor. Could you watch out for Prolix for me? I don't like to leave him alone. He sort of gets himself into trouble sometimes. But I think Kaisa has her own problems right now. She's focused on something else, and Io seems a little distracted. I would owe you like big time. If you could...
You wouldn't owe me anything, Javi. It's fine. Yes, I will make sure that Prolix is safe. You have my word.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. Bless you.
Okay. Yeah, we're going. Do people want to take a break at this point?
Yes.
Yeah,
Seems
like
like
a
a good
cup
plan.
of tea. It's cool.
I need this.
20 past the hour? Or do people want a bit longer?
20 past is fine.
20 passes.
20 past it is.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. B.O.B. I keep on seeing myself light up. I'm not saying anything. I'm not. What? Are you hearing anything when I'm not talking and there's something coming through my mic?
No,
Oh,
not really.
No,
Unless
okay.
it's white noise.
I don't know. Either way, yes. I'm going to quickly start by saying, as you might imagine, there is a fuck shit ton of stuff going on in Bazazan. If you go there and ultimately decide to not come back to deal with Dolgreth, well, Dolgreth is a milestone level up, dealing with Dolgreth. So if you decide to go to Bazazan and then not to come back, you're missing out on a level up, but that's entirely fine.
I've just had
just-
felt everyone's collective level up.
Level up.
Level up.
Just letting you know if you end up getting buzzers on and then just like getting caught up in all that stuff and moving forward, that's fine. But yes, obviously the Dolgreth thing is its own little slice.
I mean, I'm up for wanton destruction and murder.
So I've just heard a fiction whispering in my ear something that we get more power if we deal with Dolgreth right now.
Well, not necessarily. No, you could go to Buzzazan and then head back out again, but
We just have to not get sidetracked.
you just need to just kind of like not get sidetracked by the main quest.
Let's face it, we're gonna
But
get
you know what?
sidetracked.
Indeed, it's like
Anyone who's played Skyrim shouldn't have any problem with that at all.
Getting sidetracked or staying on quest?
Yeah, it's like, what? There's a main quest in this game?
and then you play it like me, and without fast traveling, and actually deciding to go from quest to quest, depending on how far you have to walk for that.
No, kind of. That's not what we're going to do.
Okay.
Anyway.
But yes, so the plan is to
not the sky.
scout, see what you see, come to a decision, and then either decide to go for it or continue on to Buzzazan. So, yes, if I'm correct here.
And my camera broke again.
Yes.
Can't handle the baby.
So, those who are not Sender or Javi or Irvin, or Dermot even, please place yourself on the day travel chart to work out what you're doing and how much progress you can make here. Alright, Goblin Sticks is scavenging. I think Io is gonna. Oh, no. I was like, I'm gonna. Alright, no Samophos here. I'm gonna do something different. Let's see. Kinda, are you staying in the scout there, or is that just because where you've left off? Let's remove these.
I'm staying in scout there.
Okay. Alright.
Nobody's joining me then to main.
Okay. This could go very wrong, but sure, Galsarid's going to go there. Io is going to help in navigation, and Maggie is going to do what she promised and stay close by to Prolix. Okay, let's go through to see how the day goes. Normally, we'll do the usual day stuff first. Javi is going to make a survival check, DC 10.
Who?
12. She makes it.
You mean
I'm
Io?
still doing it. Io.
Alright, we knew what he meant.
I don't know why I'm still doing that. Io is going to do that. So, Kaiser, you have advantage on your survival check.
Not that I need it.
23. Okay. Another very strong day for Kaiser. She can make a lot of progress today. Next up, Galsarid is going to make a... Oh, he's got nature. Okay. Yeah, Galsarid's going to make a nature check. Oh, no, it's scouting. So Galsarid's going to make a wisdom check.
Wisdom or perception?
He doesn't have perception, so it's just wisdom. 6. Galsarid, not doing a very good job, so a straight perception roll from Kaina.
I know I'm distracting you, but come on, man.
He's fine.
17. Okay, yeah, absolutely fine.
So sorry, it's just still distracted by the vision and the danger ahead. Maybe.
I think... Yeah, let's have this brief moment now as Galsarid, as he's on the lookout, doing a very bad job of it. Walking alongside Kaina, will just ask straight out, who am I to you?
Lost memory. something that the moment I first saw you didn't sit that well with me, but as I've been gaining more insight in those memories and been watching you a bit, honestly, a bit of a snag, but one with good intentions. At least now. You seem to have learned.
I'm surprised you have come to that conclusion after what happened. It's been 100 fucking years, but it still feels like yesterday to me sometimes.
Well, there's one thing that I think is the very true thing. We're all people. We all make mistakes. And what makes us people we are is by learning from those mistakes. I've made plenty myself. And to be honest, Cossariat, when I just saw you, my memories were still so mumbled up, and it just hit me all at once. And I'm trying to straighten them out more. My last life was completely different. I now know 2 lives later on. And honestly, if you had succeeded, or that friend of yours, and I had broken a leg, you had gone, you might have died instead of me.
You say everyone makes mistakes.
Yes they do.
But we're supposed to learn from them. I've just been stuck in one place, it feels like, my entire life, going from one botched dream to another. I'm 200 years old, and I am just now deciding to be a wizard.
You're changing. Count all my years, I am 500 years old. I'm not the same person I was in my first, second, third, fourth, 5, even, hell, 2 months ago.
Everything, hello dog. Everything is telling me that this adventuring, this latest idea of mine, is a bad idea. And now we're going to Bazazan, and that feels like it just confirms it. The only reason I'm not running in the other direction right now is because of pride, of all fucking things. I'm sorry, just forget it. a lot is happening right now. I just thought I'd be throwing a few magic bolts at people, following Io along, and now we're dealing with a demon tribe cult in the waste, heading to Bazazan, to the Black fucking Temple. It's insane. It's not right. It's...
And what is not right about it? It's insane, yes, I do agree that. But what's not right about trying to fight the demons, to save the common people? People who don't have the skills that you do, even though you just started with them.
It was adventurers that reopened the Black Temple 40 years ago. People like us, meddlers. What if we go there and just somehow make things even worse for the town, for the dynasty?
It was also adventurers that defeated the Conclave. That didn't let the world be ruled by a bunch of chromatic dragons.
So we're Fox fucking Machina now. Wonderful.
I'm just saying, there are stories to both sides of the coin.
We're not ready for that. I'm not. He looks at you, kinda, just taking all of you in for a moment.
Brain face and all, beard.
Yeah, right now you look fucking ridiculous. In fact, no. Give me a disguise. Just give me a disguise kit check, actually, to see how good a job you've done with the disguise. I should have asked for that earlier.
Oh, I can't wait.
Ooh, don't have a proficiency in it.
Don't you? Oh goodness.
No, it's not showing up in my proficiencies.
Uh-oh.
Should you have it, or did you just
Think
get a disguise
so.
kit?
But I'll
Thieves' tools, lyre, flute, hand drum, and lute. Yeah. Okay.
Guess not.
Guess not. Was got skills. You've got all these different things. You've got tons of proficiencies. You've got the active feat, but you don't have. You know what? Because you've got so much in that kind of thing, I'll say you can make a check with advantage, but with this just a half proficiency. So using your jack of all trades.
and down what roll?
Your choice of. Am I kind and use charisma's not really the stat for this. Is intelligence, wisdom, or dexterity with advantage with half proficiency, so +1 on top of the roll.
That's
17. Okay, 17 is still very good for someone who doesn't know use a disguise kit. He looks at you. You look ridiculous.
Thank you.
I don't know. I feel like we're charging towards our deaths one way or the other, and I want to get this off my chest. Elixion pulled me into that damn vision with you all, saying that I reeked of regret, and they're not wrong. And one of them was what all went down with you and trying to become a diplomat of all things. I've gone from one career to another over and over again. I'm just trying to say that I'm sorry for how it happened, how it went down. I thought I was in control. I was not.
Apology accepted.
That easy.
You seem to mean it. And that's what matters.
I'm glad you think so.
Because Ariat, to say the truth, you weren't a bad diplomat. Hell, you did the better of me many of occasion.
Is that how you remember it? I remember you were running rings around me over and over. I was so fucking angry with you all the time.
Oh. New life, new me. 100 years, new you.
Yes, lucky for some, I suppose.
You're not a diplomat, you're an adventurer. Yeah, that's a new life. And kind of will just put out his hand.
Gassard looks at the hand, and yeah. Fine. And put his hand out and shake it. You feel that his kind of hand. You feel that his hand is very kind of clammy and sweaty in this moment as well. He's very nervous right now.
And I apologize for lashing out at you when I first saw you.
I had it coming. And he goes quiet and completely fails to be perceptive. Whilst Kaina holds his shit together and keeps an eye out for danger, knowing that it could indeed be very close by. Samothrace and Styx. So first of all, Samothrace, nature or survival check.
Survival.
19. Styx. Yeah, survival check with advantage, please.
Kind of wish she'd gone in my spot.
14. Yeah, 14 is still decent. I think that is actually just under the threshold, though, because you're in the barb fields and there is bollocks all to eat out here. Let's just double check that, what I've got. Where is my chart for this? There it is. Yeah.
you get a few scraps, sticks, and you kind of like find enough for you and Samafred to eat, but you don't really find anything for the entire party. You do have like 1 day's of surplus rations, so that is going to get consumed today. So if you're traveling again for a full day tomorrow, you better find some food or just dip into whatever rations you've got left over from your own reserves.
While we're out and about and Styx and I are scavenging, I just turn to him without looking at him, but I'm speaking to him as I'm scavenging, and I just say, Styx, you and I are going to have a talk when we get back to camp. After everyone's gone to sleep, we're going to have a talk.
Oh, good. More talking. Okay. We'll have one then.
Is it just that?
Yeah.
That's it. And there's no emotion. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'm just completely blank.
Right. And going back a bit to Io as well with Kaiser, she is going to put her own thoughts into this. So you think we can talk to them, right? We let them know that there's a monster telling them what to do. We can save them, right?
I don't know. Would depend
We
on
should
how much they're willing to listen.
But we should try, right?
We can always try, just be aware that it may not work.
But we're going to try, right?
If only so it means that we're not fighting as many. Yes.
Right, because Irvin was going that we should be just, killing as many as possible when they're, like, sleeping or resting.
Would you let a violent gang live inside a city?
I'm from fucking Jigao. Yeah.
We're not in Jigao. Now imagine if that goblin child was traveling with a family and walked into a violent gang roving the wastes. What would you do?
Tell the gang to fuck off.
And if this gang numbers in the hundreds?
All right, we're thinking. What do you say? Hypothetical.
Hypothetical?
Yeah.
No, this is all very much real.
Oh.
This...
Then you turn around. You don't get involved. You get the family out there. You run.
That's not always an option, Io.
Then you fight till you can't fight anymore.
Believe me, I'm aware. This was what I was trying to convey to you all those days ago when we were leaving Jigao. The wastes and there are very few innocents in the wastes. Very, very few. It is very much the definition of kill or be killed. You're going to have to make a choice.
The waste is just people who haven't settled down in the town. It's just people like me.
No. In the 1400 years that I've lived, It's not always the case. You have to choose sometimes. Violence is the only answer you have. Unless you want to die. Or you want others
Just
to
already
die.
said that. Fight. Just.
Here's a question
We
then
should.
for you. Goblins that
What?
have committed many an atrocity or the lives of your friends. Choose. Because you may have to make that choice.
I ain't afraid of killing. I just want to make sure I'm killing the right people. I think we should try and talk to them. I think that's what we should do. Get many of them as possible to just realize what's up and leave, or just, I don't know, whatever they want to do.
You can try, but just keep in mind, you may have to fight them, no matter what you do.
Yeah, I get that, Grandma, but are you going to actually help me?
Child, I've been helping you since we left Jigao.
Oh god, she's going into angry grandma mode.
Oh God, you're
Keep in mind, if you want to act like a child, I'll start treating you like one and twist your ears.
Kaiser's just going to make pinchy claw fingers at
Io flinches back a bit and then just sizes you up. I could knock you down. I know how to punch a lizard.
Kaiser's just going to gently loom.
Gently loom.
Io tips herself on a tiptoe so she can just get a bit higher.
Kaiser's then just going to reach a finger out and just center
Stop that
forehead.
with a finger, I don't like it.
Center forehead. Push. Because she's off balance. If she's on her tippy toe, she's off balance, and Kaiser knows this. Push.
So Kaiser, yeah, what do you say, 6'2"?
Yeah, 6'2". She's huge.
Yeah. Aya kind of puts herself up, so she's roughly around that size as well. You reach up, poke her in the head. You know what, Io? Give me an acrobatics check. What DC do you want to set this at?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Let's just call it.
Should I roll I don't know.
Give me athletics. She'll do acrobatics.
Athletics? Okay.
Yes.
You do a contested attack roll.
14 is good. Okay. 21. Io just kind of moves out of the side, brings out her harpoon, kind of like does a little move with it, and goes, "You might be old, you might be experienced, but I can still kick your ass if I want to."
Cute.
Look, I'm not trying to fucking fight you though, alright? I want... I don't know what I fucking want. I just want to do the right thing in this. And I want to know that if this is all about you, that you want to do the right thing as well. And this isn't just some fucking weird lizard eating thing where you want to just go in there and eat his face or something.
No. Io. If I'm going to do anything violent, I'm going to tear his throat out with my teeth.
See, that's what I mean. But, is it?
I'll be gunning for him in the same way that he'll be gunning for me. Just like we did
There's
many
a reason.
a year ago. many a lifetime ago.
There's a reason I followed you all into all this, right?
Adventure.
Doing something right. You getting in over your heads, us helping out, and we've got vestiges of divergence. We've got what? God's asking for help. It's big. So we should be sticking together. We should be.
Are we not?
That's what I want to know. If we're doing the same thing when we're in there, if you're just going in for your kill, or if we're doing this to help people there.
It's always about helping. The reason I ended up clashing with him is because I was sent by the Bright Queen and the dynasty to clear out both betrayer cults, demons, fiends, anything that would prey upon those weaker. It's always been about that.
Right. As long as you don't lose sight of that, right?
I've spent
Don't give me that.
I've spent more lifetimes helping than you know.
I believe that. Because you've been sold and all.
You are barely old enough to give me cheek.
I don't know.
If you're going to call me
Pretty
grandmother, I'm going to take you across my knee and tan your hide. Discipline you like an unruly child. Wait, no, it gets better. You just called me grandmother. Does that make you my grandchild? Smirky smirk on the lizard face.
I don't know what that makes you. Besides just, like, creepy.
Is it because I'm a lizard folk?
I mean, it doesn't help, does it?
I mean, I didn't expect you to be racist, Io.
I'm not racist. I'm just, you've got the lizard people out there, and they eat other people, and you hear stories about it. Fine. Look, I just want to know we're not going in there to eat people. All right.
Eating people is the bonus.
Why would I eat a demon? Like, demon, fiend. Why?
Are you going in there to eat him to get powers?
What, Dermot?
What? What's Dermot got to do with
I
this?
am a cleric of the Luxon. Why? I'm going to hit you. Maybe I'll knock some sense into you.
No, you're not.
And keep stupid
let's
thoughts
keep
behind your teeth.
What my thoughts on my head though.
Anyway.
Right?
You need to exit out your mouth, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this could go on for a while, so we're just gonna
cut it there.
cut it there, and so I need to work out this oath. Yeah, I'm gonna say you get about 38 miles here.
So
just
I said I could go invisible. How does that apply
Yes.
to the Moorbounder scouting?
It doesn't.
Is it just gonna be
God, you're almost there.
This is... Well, that's more about stealth, really, if you're going out to... So, can I get now from the sneaky people, first stealth checks, and then perception checks?
Now you use invisibility to make it easier.
Alright, Irvin, how much of an ass are you going to make yourself here? Let's see. Dermot, stealth, go! 11. Oh my god, with his +6.
Fuck.
Zender, 10. And Javi as well, please.
Are we going invisible already or what?
Are you going to use your invisibility here as well? And
Lasts
Sender, you
for an
going
hour.
Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend a bloody spell charge to cast invisibility on myself to get advantage.
Okay. Yeah, give me another straight roll, please. You already rolled once.
15. Okay.
Not better. Javi, if you're using anything.
26.
Holy shiz.
Okay.
She's a rogue.
Yeah, from this.
Yes, they are.
From this.
They.
Um,
Yurik's infected me.
I've not done it
Nick's
today.
infected.
Trust me, you don't want that infection.
I've got names
You
mixed up.
need
I've not got,
antibiotics.
I've not got pronouns at least.
Antibiotic.
Can I get perception checks, please, now with advantage from Javi, with that very high stealth roll?
Okay, perception check.
Perception, yes.
19.
21.
Okay. What I'm going to say with these rolls is that Javi with a 26 there and a 19 perception check. Javi, you find yourself as you travel through the wastes here. You start spotting tracks in large amounts, and as you kind of like move off with C4 kind of flying either above or kind of close by to you, you absolutely find the Wraithrunner camp. You just about see a faint trickle of smoke on the horizon, and then as you look over, you look down on it from an incline, and you see spread out maybe several dozen tents. In fact, let's give you a lot with this. Several dozen tents around this kind of dwindling campfire. Separately, another kind of large tent nearby with a kind of like a farming slash gathering area. A few guard posts scattered around the perimeter, and then just off from the main campfire, two large buildings, one rectangular and one ovoid. It's kind of in a barren position in the waste. As you can look down, there are a lot less of the barbs here, of the barbed fields, and more just rocky dunes around the area, making it kind of like quite open around it, making it like the chance to stealth in difficult. It looks like they've managed to get it open so they can see anyone coming rather than using cover to get at them. Yeah, so you get a good look at this. So you've got to get past these this open area to kind of get close, and then it's a case of working out, choosing one of the guard posts to head towards first, so you can like make your way deeper in. So get to the guard post, take out the guards, or kind of deal with them one way or the other, so that you've got some kind of space to get into the main camp. Sender, you don't get close enough to this yourself on your expedition with that lower stealth roll, but still a decent one. But you are spotting numerous patrols out as well, both on the ground, walk patrols, out looking for you, and also the occasional winged patrol as well.
Oh shit.
The more than one Gloomstalker. Although as the sun rises properly, they kind of like go back to ground. So you've got a decent perimeter force that will try to intercept you. You've got a big open area to get to the camp, and the best course of action would be to go to one of the watch points that are spread out evenly. Deal with that one or the other, and then use that as your insertion point for the group. If you're going for an assault on this place.
Okay then.
I imagine, and yeah, Irvin. Did Irvin make a perception check as well?
No.
No, Irvin needs to make a perception check. Okay, let's see if he can actually redeem himself even slightly here. Nope. Irvin doesn't mess anything up, but doesn't really achieve anything either. And we'll say towards the mid to late afternoon, the advanced scouts, Irvin, Sender, and Javi, head back to the main group and are able to report their findings. And let's actually make a mark as well on the map. This kind of like open area here, near Bazazan, but between the larger spires of the barbed fields. So if you wanted to, this is where Tiki is now, is where you'd get by the end of the night, and then you could make it to Bazazan the next day quite easily, even with a bad roll. Or if you wanted to, you could head out towards the Dolgreth camp.
Well, I think this guy is just going to keep chasing us and not letting up until he is taken care of. I, for one, would prefer not to have to be looking for dodgy goblins attacking us in our sleep at every twist and turn.
It would be nice to clear an obstacle off our path.
Problem is, we're essentially going into the heart of the camp. If we start fighting him, then he's going to have the entire camp of goblins backing him up.
Oh, it's not without problems. It's not. If it were, we would have done it already. The three of us.
We're grouped up again, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, back together as a group. We've got patrols. We've got several dozen tents. It's a lot. if we get bogged down there, if we get spotted, then we are in a really, really shitty spot.
Well, this is why. Look, he is all about Kaisa. Kaisa, he's all about you, right?
Yes.
If we can draw him out using Kaisa and try to at
You
least...
You know how you can get under people's skin? You know how you got that as like a proficiency almost, you know? I don't know what I'm saying. What if you
What? Kicked
harnessed?
down his door and challenged him to a fight?
Do you think he would? Listen, Kaisa, he's been chasing you. What if you go, knock, knock, bitch? I am here for you. You want to come out and play?
Yeah, openly challenge him. He'll want to fight you himself.
Tell him he's like crappy and ugly and you could beat him with your eyes closed or something. He'd probably love that.
Considering his true face, yes, he's very ugly. We could challenge him to a group. If you all wanted to take part. His best against us.
If we draw him out, maybe we can limit how many of the goblins actually have to become collateral damage on this.
We can force a transformation.
I do not believe that all of these goblins are just thinking he is great and cool and stuff and wanting to do everything he says. He sounds like a bad leader. He sounds like a tyrant.
See, at any other point you would be correct, but he's managed to amass however many goblins to work with him. So there is some, believe it or not, charisma there.
Yeah, but you know they have. He's got his boot on their necks. What if you distracted him enough to take the boot off? What then?
Well, would everyone be willing to commit to a full frontal challenge?
I mean, that's kind of a bad idea. Unless we come in with some sort of plan to either take him out quickly or show the rest of the bloody tribe that he is not what he says he is.
Senda, it's about ego.
That's what I'm saying.
If I
It
throw
is
down
about ego.
No,
but if we
Senda, if I throw down the gauntlet, he probably will respond. And
Yeah,
to prove save face to his minions, he'll probably take the bait.
Okay, then
I'm
what do we do
asking
with the
if
bait?
you're all ready for it. If we walk up to the front gate, kick it in, and yell for him, are you willing to commit to that?
Low chance of success, high chance of death. What are we waiting for?
Nerd.
Here's the thing, and Sender saw this, and they can back me up. Sneaking into this place is going to be near impossible. They have set up their camp. It's quite impressive how they set up their camp. It is going to be very hard to sneak. One little clang or something, we're all rumbled. If we go up, show him our cards. You are our card. You are our card, Kaisa. Show him. Tell him to come out. Ask him if he is a coward. He's taken another 2 lives to get to you, right? What was taking him so long? Was he asleep? Was he lazy? Come on. Look, it writes itself, really, really. If you want any tips on how to insult him, just call me.
Oh, I do.
Would he accept a one-on-one challenge?
If I called into question his abilities, yes.
More importantly, can you take him?
I guess we'll find out.
I don't like that odds.
And if we all go with you, ask him to take 1-for-1.
Yes, his
I'm
best
all for
versus us.
I'm all for luring him out using Kaisa, but we need to actually do something smart with that play. Instead of just getting into it. I don't know. Force him into some sort of trap that we've got set that forces him to transform.
I'm with Sender.
With
go on. We're trying to get into a better position. This is just getting us onto an equal footing.
Once he's out and not paying attention to the rest of the place, then we've got the chance to really mess his camp up.
Just curious, does anyone know more info about a bar guest? If you knock it unconscious, does it turn back into its original form? What else can we do to show his true face?
There was something about fire, right?
That will banish him.
Fire can potentially banish them, yeah.
Goblins don't tend to, get banished when they're on fire. They just scream.
I can try to throw an illusion at him. If he might react to that, it could work, but...
Maggie goes... I don't think this Dolgreth is as run of the mill as you might think, though. He's surrounding himself with fire. The goblins you spoke of used fire. Hobgoblins.
Yes, but it was hellfire. Or hellflame. Pretty sure.
Same thing, isn't it?
No. Why would he fear something hellish? He's a fiend.
Can I say, though, going back to Sender, your plan of just knocking on the gates or finding somewhere to make a stand and such, if you're the waste walkers, what we do is send out force to take you out and keep the kids and those that can't fight behind. And also the leaders would stay back as well. Send out the shock troops, full surround, rain down spears, javelins on you from a distance. Out in the waste, the victor makes the fucking history. They can just say it was a big old grand battle, but in reality it's just taken apart from afar.
Yeah. It could be that he just wants you dead more than he wants to actually kill you himself.
No. This is personal, Sender.
Okay, what happens if you challenge him and he just says, no, I'm just gonna send everything else after you? What do we do then?
Then
I believe in Kai's ability to be annoying.
And
that's coming from me.
Chances are then, Sender, that we'll die. I will be reborn, and we'll start the whole cycle over again.
Okay then.
So? Why would he do that?
Because he hates you.
How about... Io speaks up. How about using that as a distraction, though? If you're making a big old song and dance trying to get them to get you, what if we've got another group of us changing the odds, doing something, going around the back and like stirring up some trouble, forcing his hand?
That's what I was saying.
Doing what? The best
I
possible
can
thing we can
mess
do is
everything up. Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm talking about. We can just, if all the attention's on you lot or us lot, I don't know, whoever's doing what, then it gives more of a chance for some people to sneak around and start making a mess, right?
okay then. To what end? It fucks up the goblin camp, but we're not going after the goblin camp. We're going after the Barghest.
Going after, yeah, that's what I mean. Go for the throat. If it doesn't come down to you and fight you as you want, then make him.
Or do we
The
want
only
to?
problem I see with that is that means some people will be up in a camp, while others are still outside it. Sounds a lot of splitting up the party.
Well, I mean, we've already got 2 parties here. What's splitting up?
Splitting up the parties, make it plural then. I still think that we stand a better chance together.
If we go in the back, we might be able to actually get some goblins on our side. Like, hey, you want to get rid of this guy? You sick of being bossed around by him?
I feel like we're going into
We'll
this.
be able to convince them though.
Yeah, this entire plan is going off of a lot of maybes. Like, maybe we can go off behind and find something that will help. Maybe it'll come down to accept the challenge. Maybe we can convince some goblins. We have nothing actually guaranteed here.
Exactly. We can only do what we can do, Sharkbait. You didn't have a guarantee when you bounced on top of a shark that you weren't going to get bitten in half. But you did it.
And I got
You
bitten
did
in half.
it. No, you didn't. Don't be a baby. You so did not. You got knocked out at best, and I swam and got you. You were fine. It's another thing. You put fairy fire on a shark, and it bit at you. There is no guarantee you were going to come out of that. And you did, and you got a cool nickname because of it.
Just out of character, Casper, you going okay for time, or should we finish up shortly?
I have vacation, so I'm quite okay.
Alright, lovely.
I just think this is a terrible plan. There's gotta be a better way of doing something here.
Unless you have another option, Sander.
Yeah, my option is we go to Bazazan, get some proper supplies, research Barghest, find something that we can do to force a transformation and turn the entire goddamn goblin camp against him. But we have nothing to guarantee that.
So boring. That sounds like a prolix plan.
Just DM question: can we do that if we went to Bazazan and actually spent a little bit of time searching for an answer and came back and then take care of him? Is that a possibility?
It is a possibility, yes. But you'd almost certainly be delayed because a lot is happening. A lot is going to happen in Bazazan.
Gotcha. All right. So essentially, we need to take care of this problem now, and it's going to make it easier on the DM. We split the parties of the swordfish. The swordfish causing a distraction, removing a bunch of goblins.
Not necessarily. No. Why can't we mix it up a little?
Happy wants not to be with the TBA.
Boom! Oh, Yorick, I promised you I would say it one day. Bingo!
What? What was bingo for?
Bingo bongo.
No, I don't. Yorick said that he wanted Javi to say bingo at some point, and I said, well, maybe it might happen, and that was a perfect bingo.
Hey,
Bingo. Yes, that was actually wonderful.
Hey, Kaisa.
So
What?
About Barghest, is the nature of their shapeshifting practical or purely for disguises? Like, if he's suddenly, let's say, 60 feet in the air and plummeting to the ground, is he likely to grow wings as a response?
No.
Damn.
Why is that a bad thing? It's probably if he was 60 feet in the air and he started plummeting, I think that would be a good thing that he didn't grow wings. But
then,
okay.
yeah, then he'd take 66 bludgeoning damage.
Good luck getting him that far up in the air. That's all I'll say. After all, he'll kind of resist magic.
Oh, shit.
Did you think this was going
All
to
right.
be easy?
I just think that we have something to work with besides, hey, let's throw ourselves at the camp and hope for the best.
I know Javi said that it's difficult, but if we can take out one of these guard posts, there should be enough of a gap for the rest of the group to make it to the camp. We just need a group of people stealthy enough to make it to them first.
Like you, Irvan, hey? Yeah, you did so well today.
Our best bet would be to find something in like his personal tent or whatever. Maybe something there might help. But then that's just another guess.
What? I want to know where you're coming up with these ideas.
I don't know. It's a camp. He's at the camp. He's got to have a tent, like, and if he's a Barghest, he might have something incriminating. The key
You want
to
like
the,
evidence written on a piece of paper, I am a Barghest.
I don't know, maybe some sort of artifact or whatever. I don't know demons that well.
No, a diary. Maybe a diary.
Dear diary, today I am a Barghest. And today
Day 245. They have no idea.
All of the goblins. I hope nobody finds it. XOXO, Gossip Girl.
Just being a Barghest, just get him to show his form.
Yeah, we just need to force some sort of transformation or some sort of reaction. Something that...
Do you know what? I think Kaisa hitting him with her Morning Star with mouthy Azilzi inside of it. You know what? I think it could do the trick.
Azilzi doing an intimidation check against them. But,
He's like a fiendy person. There's a fiendy person in there. Would they like to talk to one another for a second? Maybe?
It would depend on who's the biggest, who's the baddest, and who wants to play nice with us.
According to Azilzi, that's him. So...
Well, the best plan I've heard so far, which sounds the person saying it was the most certain about it, I says just challenging him to a duel. You are certain about it, Kaisa, aren't you?
I could give it a go. Worst case is I die. But that won't last for long.
How certain are you that it will draw him out?
roll me an insight check, please, Kaisa.
Insights? Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Cheap.
7. You're not sure. Kaisa, this fight has been going back and forth for a while now. Dolgreth has used multiple different tactics. You're not sure what you're walking into, whether or not it would work or not. Maybe if you are mouthy enough, you can get him to come to see you directly. Maybe not. And I will also...
No, you go.
I will also kind of say, yeah, you might be happy with what dying and then coming back and doing this all over again, but I'm not. We've got shit to do. This is important, but we've got to do this thing for Alexian, right? And if we all get ourselves fucking killed, then that probably goes to shit.
Though, if we do get ourselves killed because they come back and stab us in the back.
That one, bingo.
Again.
Bingo. Yes, good. Sounds good.
Well, we'll have to deal with it at some point. Might as well be here.
Kaisa, in all the times that you have fought Dolgreth or that he has come after you, have you ever tried this? Like literally walk right up to him and go, hey, let's settle this. You're kind of crap. Have you ever tried that?
No. No, I haven't.
Something new!
Yeah. Dolgreth's main proficiencies are deception, intimidation, and stealth. Perception.
Okay, so he's a sneaky guy. Okay. Yeah, like walk right up and say, hey, I know you're there. You like to hide in the shadows. Are you too cowardly to come and look right in my face, look right in my eyes? Or are you weak? And are you afraid of me? Are you afraid of what will happen if you step out of here on your own? Are you not as bad and big as you claim to be? Are you just, you say that you are a big guy? What if you are really just a little guy?
Well, if nothing else, in doing it in front of all his minions. If he doesn't show, he'll lose the support. And if he does,
Perhaps. So,
I can
What about-
attempt to smash his skull in.
What about the hook?
What about
Should we
it?
use that?
The hook is
would he
weak.
have-
It's like sending a minnow up against a barracuda.
I mean, that's rude, but it's not wrong.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have a personal interest in the hook.
Why would he? It's basically an imp. He's
Yeah.
higher up the food chain.
But no, but it is. He has put some investment towards it. He's sent off to do this ritual, to for some purpose. You're not sure what. So he has some investment in it.
And he fucked it up, because he should.
So maybe he wants it back, and maybe you having it on your side is another reason for him to want to come out and say, hey, give me my stuff back. And you're like, no, you got to come and get it from me personally because you're a sissy baby.
Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some options here, to kind of to stop us going around in circles too much. First option is you take the fight to Dolgreth, in which case you make a run/assault on the camp. You'd need, again, a sneaky team to go up, make that hole for the less sneaky team to go up and catch up, and then you can both work together on converging on Dolgreth. That is plan one. Plan two, as you're describing it here, is ring the dinner bell and get Dolgreth to come to you. And in which case, then you have the option to either just all bulk up together and hope that your plan works, or you split into two groups again, and the second group reacts to the situation and tries to force it to work in your favor, in your advantage. So there's two. One, assault on camp. Two, dinner bell, plan dinner bell. And plan three, decide to go to Bazazan and come up with more plans or more resources there. And then head back out again. So, three right here.
Shall we vote?
Okay, so we've got one assault on camp.
Voting for two.
One, two dinner bell. Okay, so. Okay. I suppose I'm going to have to work out exactly what my lot are going to do as well here.
No, you should totally give Maggie to us.
Two. Okay. Sender. I realise you've been outvoted a bit here already.
Yeah, I know. Might as well try to avoid going through an entire pack of goblins. Go for two.
Okay. All right. So, Irvin is one. Io is two. Dermot would always stick with Io, so Dermot would be vote two as well. Sariad thinks putting a big target on his back is a terrible idea, so he's saying one. He'd rather have control. Where are we at there? So
Maggie?
Yeah, I know we've got Maggie, but I'm just seeing if her vote makes any difference here at all. So
I need to take my dog out for
one,
a sec. I'll be back.
6
4,
for 2.
6 for 2. So
6
yeah,
for 2.
it's planned.
1.
It's planned dinner bell.
And what about
Okay.
Pollux?
What? I don't know. I'd say plan 3. Get out of here. Go to Bazazan.
All right. Well, we have a plan.
Okay, we're doing dinner bell. Oh right.
Has been decided.
I mean, ultimately,
But then,
plan
2A or 2B? Are we going to rush in all of it, or go in all of us in one fight, or split up? One party heads into camp, other party has some fights.
I mean, ultimately, plan 2 turns into plan 1 quite easily, so...
Either plan
Ding, ding,
ends with a
ding.
Benny Hill name.
Okay. And then would you split up into 2 groups, or do you want to all bulk together?
Depends on if he has AoE attacks. Do Bargas have spellcasting? Or are they just
That's
bootstrap?
asking too many meta
Probably.
questions, Jack.
Never mind.
I'll say Kaiser, you've never known Dolgreth to have that, but with all of the spellcasting and magic they're doing, you wouldn't be surprised if he had spellcasters with him.
No, we've already faced spellcasting goblins.
Yeah,
Or did you all forget that?
he's got spellcasters. Yeah.
He's got the sneaky spellcasters too.
Bloody hexes are really dangerous.
Well, shall we end it there and then talk through the week and keep going next week?
Is it possible to come to a decision right now? Because I know how that's difficult sometimes. Group or 2 teams still?
2 teams.
Yeah, two teams.
Okay, 2 teams.
But who's going
Okay,
in which 2 teams?
Mostly because I know
We
Javi
can
wouldn't
do
want to
that
be in my
next week.
team.
That we can do either next week or in the chat. Yes, I'll do a prompt. Okay, all right. I need to get some new maps sorted. But that's cool. I like looking for maps.
I just want Maggie to do the big smash on enemies.
It's probably going to be team sneak and team smash and diplomacy. So yes, but that's
Smashing
fine.
her up.
Can we actually change our official name to Team Smash and Diplomacy?
Smash first, diplomacy later.
It's two very, very, very realistic parts of us. Smash and Diplomacy. SAD. We're sad.
Is that next week's episode title? Yes.
Next week was sad.
Next week on sad. Last week,
Right.
sad.
Let's do inspirations, Electrum. So yes, people
I mean,
can go to bed.
are we not playing D&D because we're sad?
No, we're playing because we're depressed.
That's the same thing, just fancy.
Depression is the big sad.
All right. Yes.
Alright, well,
Yes.
Styx is going to go inspiration to Jarvi because she's just been threatening me for like
They.
a month straight. They.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Javi's gonna kill you.
Beck
On
might
purpose.
just kill Nick. At this
No,
stage.
that's not a game. In game, Javi's gonna kill Styx. I think she's gonna kill all of us
They.
except Kaiser.
God, we need a fucking jar.
It has been X amount of days since someone misgendered Javi.
We're trying. Okay, we're
Counter
trying.
will always be at 0.
No, it'll be at 7 until every Wednesday.
All right.
I've never seen Beck's eyes look so
Electrum.
dead.
Who's next? I just did it.
Yes. Yeah. If we're going from the top, then let's keep on going down. Javi, Beck, who are you giving your election to?
I'm giving mine to Styx for being so frantically, stupidly paranoid about this stupid fucking hook for it to do dick to him. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give mine to Nick for being so easily bullied into picking up the hook.
You think that was easy?
Kaiser looked at him! Looked at him, was like, big demon says okay. You touch little demon, hook. You'll be fine.
After the docking.
Mine will go to Jack for the first ever image I saw of him.
Oh, finally.
I know. Yes.
Oh, for fuck's
No,
sake.
the very first
Camera.
image, the
First,
shipless one.
So glad I didn't see that.
You're welcome,
I want to
Jack.
see this dude at family gatherings. I don't want to be seeing that.
I mean, you've gone to the beach, right?
Um,
With Jack? No?
Kaiser, Snarky, did you give yours out?
Yes. To
Yeah. Sorry, my brain is complete
My
mush right
turn.
now after
to
all this.
to
Yes.
Styx for being easily bullied. Like I said.
Yes, of course. Samafray.
Mine
Kim, who did
to
yours?
Kaina, Caspar, for logistics roleplay. I got really into some of the planning. That was really good planning. Cohesive stuff, like that we actually needed.
Change
Right.
that.
I need to re-listen to this as well. I'm heavily relying on Snarky at the moment for recordings. And Sander, Jack, who do you want to give yours to?
Kaisa for 2 things. One is for being the dickish lizard grandma for this session for some reason, as well as actively ignoring active conversations just to talk shit with her evil mace.
And Frick. Yes, I will also send mine to Jack for joining the camera crew.
I like how it's
Oh my
essentially
god.
a lawful good and a lawful evil are essentially just mean girlsing this. Like the two of us couldn't be more like opposite sides of the alignment chart, and we're still just like, bully.
Yes, lawful is the bully alignment.
Chaotic is the fun alignment.
But yes, thank you very much, everyone. Another heavy RP and planning session here.
We're all going to die.
Next week is going to be a. Oh god,
Combat.
yeah, I need to.
Combat session.
Big combat. I will put onto the Netherdeep chat as well what teams people want to put themselves in.
I would totally like to be on the sneak team.
To what? On the what?
The sneak team. I can't be on the sneak team.
You can't be on the sneak team, Kaiser. You're the bait.
I know.
Unless Kaina dresses up as Kaiser, and
Oh, then he's
Which
really going to
actually
get
that
himself
sound-
into trouble. Lizard
oh
face.
goodness, is this Kaina's big deception moment? This big actor moment?
I could imagine us actually kind of pulling it off for about 5 minutes until Kaisa just comes in like with a metal chair and just.
Now I'm all for it.
I want that to be the plan now.
The steel chair.
And it's Kaisa with a steel chair.
I can just imagine fucking
God,
Azilzi just duct taped to the chair, so you're
You
technically
just
still
imagine
moving.
fucking Azilzi? Excuse me?
The fucking mace duct taped to the chair. Oh my god, you're deliberately doing this.
Yes, I am.
That will be the plan. I have
Crazy.
to start working on my Kaisa accent.
I don't think it would
Kinda
last.
can do it. It's a question of Osper can do it.
No,
There
I
you
have
go.
a feeling it'd be General Stryker seeing Mystique in X-Men 2 going, no, and being like, not her.
How do you know that? My best Kaisa accent.
It's like if
Yes,
I
the
know
new
anything,
pit fiend
it's
is Tim Curry.
You just have to give me some information about Dolgreth so I can talk about it. And my Kaisa is not so good.
Alright.
Not bad. Good night, everyone, and good day. And yes, I will put on again the chat. Yes, just kind of like put the teams. So team bait, team steel chair.
Team sad.
Yeah.
Team steel chair and
Oh,
team sneaky bastards.
Can we be team really
No,
and
because-
team kinda? It can be team really sad and team kinda sad.
Team Kaisa sad.
Oh.
I understand.
What's this?
It's not all about you, kinda.
Team balls out and team backdoor. There you go.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes! Pride Month is a go. That was a personal gift to me, Yorick. Thank you.
Ooh-ah.
There is a
You're
variant.
That's a good point,
Marina.
actually.
You're a Marina, Ervan.
Would Sender want to stay like in the big group, in the bait group, or would he try to do the sneaking? He does
You mean
have
the bait
invisibility.
ball? The bait ball.
The problem is
All right, you guys.
The problem is I've been neglecting to use bloody Eldritch Smites. I keep forgetting I have it. So I can do damage, or I can do sneaking. I cannot do both.
All right.
Sounds
bedtime.
like a skill issue.
Thanks, guys.
Alright.
Okay, good
night.
Bye.